What's up, everybody? Justin here, back to do another video. SmackDown Live just ended. 205 Live is on. Mixed Match Challenge is on. And I'll watch 205 Live later, because on the network you can watch it anytime you want. So this show is a new countdown. A new countdown show, top 10 countdown. The top 10 wrestlers I want in the WWE Hall of Fame in 2018. I believe I did a show like this last year or 2 years ago. But I believe some of them are different names, I believe. I have a new countdown, new top 10 names of wrestlers I would like to see in the Hall of Fame that are not in the WWE Hall of Fame. They should be, all of them. So number 10. And number 10 to 1. Number 1 does not mean I want the number 1 spot. Doesn't mean I want them in more than everybody else. And it doesn't mean they deserve to be in over everybody else. It's just a top 10 of guys, wrestlers, and a woman of who I think deserve to be in there that are not in the WWE Hall of Fame. Number 10 is King Kong Bundy, because the guy was part of the first WrestleMania. The guy made history at WrestleMania 1. Defeated S.D. Jones in like 9 seconds, 8 seconds, whatever it was. Probably more like 12 seconds. King Kong Bundy made history at WrestleMania 1. And that record of one of the fastest matches ever would stand, I believe, until Sheamus, Daniel Bryan. Which, that was ridiculous. In Miami, WrestleMania, I think 28, or one of those. Anyways, I believe it's the opening match for the World Heavyweight Championship, where Sheamus bro-kicked Daniel Bryan after AJ Lee gave him the kiss of death. And then Daniel Bryan lost the World Heavyweight Championship to Sheamus in about 7 seconds, or whatever it was. But King Kong Bundy, the guy made history at WrestleMania 1. He went on to WrestleMania 2, made history, was in the main event of WrestleMania 2. Went on to WrestleMania 3, made history again, because he's in a mixed tag with midgets. Midgets were his partner against Hillbilly Jim and his midget wrestlers. That was funny as hell, because King Kong Bundy made history when he picked up a midget, body slammed him, and dropped the elbow on him. So, that's why King Kong Bundy should be in the Hall of Fame. The guy made history at WrestleMania 1, made history at WrestleMania 2, part of the main event, against Hogan in a cage, made history at WrestleMania 3, when he beat up a midget and crushed him. And then King Kong Bundy returned, WrestleMania 11, and jobbed to The Undertaker. It was very weird to see King Kong Bundy in 95, part of the new generation. In my opinion, he did not fit. But it was cool to see him back. So number 9. They're going into the Hall of Fame, the Dudley Boys, the greatest heel tag team of the 90s. They were so damn good in ECW. Their promos, it just pissed off every fan. They would rip the fans, they'd rip the town, rip the city, they'd challenge the fans, say, get your ass in here if you want a piece of the Dudley Boys, jump over the guardrail and come try to take us out. And a lot of fans tried. Bubba Ray Dudley, the guy, was insane on the microphone in ECW. The guy had no fear. Guy was awesome. Dudley Boys great runs in ECW, great runs in WWF, WWE. They had a decent run, both of them in TNA. Bully Ray, a lot better run than Devon. At one point, Devon Dudley was, I believe, the TNA TV champion or something, or whatever that title is called. Devon had it. Bully Ray, the guy was great, is Bully Ray in TNA. Dudley's definitely deserve to go in. Glad they're going in. They're my number 9. Number 8. This guy really deserves to be in there. 1, 2, 3 Kid. X-Pac, whatever you want to call him. Put him in as a 1, 2, 3 Kid. The guy made history on Monday Night Raw in May 93 when he defeated Razor Ramon. 1, 2, 3 Kid was known as a nobody, as a jobber, as enhancement talent. Everybody thought he was going to lose to Razor, but no, he defeated him. And he stayed around. Won the tag team titles with Marty Jannetty. Also won the tag titles, I believe, with Kane later on in 99. Was a pretty good European champion. X-Pac, 1, 2, 3 Kid, whatever you want to call him. He was a good European champion, I thought. He's been a tag champion. He's been maybe, I don't think he's ever an Intercontinental champion or a hardcore, but 1, 2, 3 Kid, the guy was a damn good high flyer and a damn good worker. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Number 8, 1, 2, 3 Kid, put him in there. Number 7. 1, 2, 3 Kid was also a Cruiserweight champion at one point. Number 7, I hope he goes in. It's rumored he might go in the Hall of Fame in 2018. Rest in peace. Bam Bam Bigelow passed away. 2007, very sadly, how he passed away. Bam Bam Bigelow, one of the best big men in wrestling ever. One of the best. Anyway, kind of super heavyweight, but big man. The guy could do a moonsault. The guy could do a cartwheel. The guy could do everything. The guy was awesome. Bam Bam Bigelow. The guy, in my opinion, in WWF, WCW, he never, ever got the push he deserved. Never really got a lot of big matches, or had big matches, but never held any championships except the hardcore title in WCW, which meant nothing. I believe he also held the tag titles in WCW with Kanyon and Diamond Dallas Page. And they were the Jersey Triad. But, in my opinion, the only push, real big push he got, he did kind of main event WrestleMania 11 because he was against Lawrence Taylor, and he carried Lawrence Taylor, really carried him, and made him look decent, and made him look not that bad. But Bam Bam Bigelow, the biggest, he was really over in Japan. He got a good push. I believe I think it's New Japan. Might have been All Japan, but Bam Bam Bigelow was a tag champion in New Japan, or one of the companies in Japan. He was a tag champion with Vader. So Bam Bam did get a big push in Japan and did get a big push in ECW. He was the TV champion, and then he won the world title. So he got a great push in ECW. Had great matches in ECW with Spike Dudley, with Taz, with Shane Douglas. But Bam Bam also had big matches in WWF. Never held any titles, but had very big matches. WrestleMania 11, Lawrence Taylor, and King of the Ring, the first ever King of the Ring tournament, King of the Ring 93, King of the Ring Finals. Bam Bam was in the finals with Bret Hart. So Bam Bam, the guy I still believe is underrated and never got his push he deserved. Never got a main event push in WWF or WCW, and the guy deserved it. And I actually heard Bam Bam say in an interview, obviously before he passed away, Bam Bam actually said in 87 or 88 he was going to get the WWF championship, that he was going to win it, but his knees were injured. He injured his leg or injured one of his knees, and he couldn't keep going on the road. He had to take time off. And Bam Bam basically said Vince McMahon did not want him to take time off, but he took the time off, and he said that killed his push, and he wasn't going to become world champion because he didn't want to be on the road non-stop being injured. And he said Vince and WWF, he said they were like that if you didn't stay on the road, injured or whatever, they weren't going to push you. So number 7, Bam Bam Bigelow. Please, I hope he gets put in the Hall of Fame. He deserves it. He had great matches with everybody. Just about everybody that was a good worker, he had a great match with them. Number 6, Demolition. Demolition, one of the greatest tag teams in WWF history. 3-time tag team champions. Demolition deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. Number 5, Sid, or Psycho Sid, or Sid Vicious, Sid Justice. He had a lot of names, but Sid, the guy was a monster. The guy had the look. He had the it factor. Not a great worker, but he didn't need to be. All he had to be was a monster. That's all he had to be. Work like a monster, hit someone with a big boot, choke slam people, power bomb people. That's all he had to do. And the guy was super over. He was pretty damn over. I mean, he just had a great presence. Sid. Just look at the guy. Go back to 1989 on the WWE Network. Watch Halloween Havoc, 89. Just look at Sid. The guy was a star. The guy just... he scared the hell out of me as a kid. And I actually saw him at a house show in 95, and I was right by the barricade, the guardrail, and Sid was outside the ring right next to me. The guy was huge. The guy was giant, really tall. And I was like 11, 12 years old at the time when I saw Sid, and when I was 11 or 12, the guy scared me because the guy was huge. So number 5 is Sid. Sid has to go in the Hall of Fame at some point. Put him in 2018. The guy's been WCW World Champion, US Champion, WWF Champion twice. I mean, not many guys have held both the WWF Championship and the WCW Championship. Sid is one of those guys. So number 5, Sid. I always liked Sid. I was always a fan of him. He said in an interview, I believe last year, he said Kevin Owens was not a star and looked like a fat piece of garbage or something, or looked like a nobody because he just wears t-shirts and he's overweight or something. Sid has his own opinions I don't agree with. Kevin Owens is a star. The guy's not my favorite wrestler, but Kevin Owens is a star. And Sid has his own opinions. Still, what he did in his career was awesome. Number 4, Vader. Big Van Vader. The man they call Vader. Whatever you want to call him. Vader had an epic, legendary career. Guy had a legendary career in Japan. Was super over in Japan. I know he's tag champions with Bam Bam in Japan. I don't think he's ever held the IWGP title. But Bam Bam was super over in Japan. Came to WCW, dominated. Absolutely dominated WCW in the early 90s. Was the WCW World Champion, I believe, twice. Had a dominant, great reign. Came to WWF. Didn't have a good run. I don't believe it's his fault. He should have won the WWF Championship at SummerSlam 96, but that did not happen because Shawn probably refused the job to him. Whatever. Or put him over. Give him the title. You could have done it, Shawn. I love Shawn Michaels to death. Guy's one of my favorite wrestlers. Guy's in my top 5. But Shawn, you could have gave Vader the world title, and then a month later you could have won it back. That's my opinion. So number 4 is Vader. Put him in there. He deserves it. It's a long overdue. Vader should have been in the Hall of Fame like 5-10 years ago. Number 3. Haku. Meng. Haku. Whatever you want to call him. The guy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Because he held the WWF Tag Team titles. He was King Haku also. He's part of the Heenan family. And the guy's one of the toughest wrestlers outside the ring. Probably tougher than anybody that's ever been in the business. Also in WCW, he was Meng. Came in as a bodyguard in 94, I believe. Became Meng. I think he was hardcore champion in WCW. They misused Meng in WCW. He's really misused, not booked well. He should have been a U.S. champion, at least. His best match was probably against Sting at Great American Bash 95. So number 3 would be Haku, Meng. Put him in the Hall of Fame. Number 2, the current NXT General Manager, William Regal. Put him in the Hall of Fame. He deserves it. Guy's wrestling since he's 15. Guy had a legendary, very good career. WCW TV champion for a very long time. Had a great reign as TV champion. WWF Intercontinental Champion, European Champion, Tag Team Champion with, I believe, Tajiri. Regal, the guy's done it all, except for be World Champion. He would have been a good World Champion, but sadly he never was. Regal has demons. The guy went to rehab. The guy's been clean for a very long time. The guy's great as a talent scout for Triple H and NXT and the Performance Center. The guy is great at finding talent all over the world and signing them. The guy's great as a general manager. He was a Raw general manager. And sadly, if Regal does get in the Hall of Fame this year or someday, he'll probably might have to joke about being the first member of the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club. Regal did it, became the first member of that. It was entertaining. As a 17-year-old, I did not enjoy seeing Vince McMahon's ass. Him pulling his underwear down, I did not enjoy that. I couldn't believe it was happening, but it happened. It was, it was unreal to see Vince McMahon, the owner of the company, pull his pants down on Raw. It was pretty disgusting, but it was pretty damn funny also. So William Regal, number 2, put him in the Hall of Fame. He deserves to be in there. Long overdue. Number 1, Mickie James. Put her in the Hall of Fame. I know she's part of the roster, but who cares? She's done it all. Been a women's champion. Been a Divas champion. She has come back in 2016. NXT TakeOver Toronto. She had a great match with Asuka. She's had good matches with Alexa, Bayley, Sasha. She's had great matches with everybody. Becky, since Mickie James has returned, she's had good matches with everybody. It was very awesome that Mickie James is in the first Women's Rumble. Again, she's had a great career. She went to TNA, Impact Wrestling. She had a very good career there. Very good run. It wasn't that long. I believe it was only like 2 years. Maybe 2 years. 2.5 years, something like that. But Mickie James had a good career in TNA because she was Knockouts champion. And she is actually married to Magnus, the current NWA World Champion. Magnus and Mickie James have a kid together, and I believe they're married. That's very awesome. I'm very happy for them. So number 1, Mickie James. Again, this is my top 10 of wrestlers I want in the Hall of Fame in 2018. I'll give you the list. King Kong Bundy, the Dudleys, 1, 2, 3 Kid, Bam Bam Bigelow, Demolition, Sid, Vader, Haku, William Regal, Mickie James. They all deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. In the real Hall of Fame, Goldberg, Ivory also are getting in with the Dudleys so far. It's also rumored Bam Bam, Mark Henry, Jeff Jarrett may get in the Hall of Fame. And I don't got a problem with any of those names. Ivory deserves to be in. Mark Henry deserves to be in. And Jeff Jarrett deserves to be in. I was never a fan of Jeff Jarrett as a wrestler. Not a fan of the guy. But he deserves to be in there. So this ends my new countdown. This was the top 10 wrestlers I want in the WWE Hall of Fame. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did not, I don't give a damn. Follow me on Twitter at WWE NXT Guy. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.